Lit. Love and Money Astro class, level 2 astrology. The agenda for today is TikTok. We're going to be talking about Jupiter and how to use it to manifest. And we're going to talk about Venus and how to manifest as well today. Things that are affecting you now during Scorpio season. This is collectively. I already channeled this. I've already done the research, listened to many other astrologers. Things that may be stopping you from succeeding. You're struggling to resist pleasure. Okay, that's one of the big themes in Scorpio season. If you're struggling, if things are hard, it's because you're struggling to resist pleasure. Feeling good, feeling happy, feeling abundant, feeling, excited about life is all a part of humanity. So we really want to step into this, because if you can learn to accept pleasure, you can also learn to accept pain. But if you resist both, this is something that is naturally inside of the human condition. In Buddhism, I had to learn this. I had to learn multiple times, especially, after my failed relationship for 4 years, after, learning that, some people just don't like you just because you like yourself. After quitting my job at Best Buy corporate, after being in the tech field for almost 8 years, my first salary job was at 21. I was in college doing 16 credits, working a salary job. I didn't even need the school, but I was just overwhelmed. And the reason why was because I was resisting pain. I thought that if I left school, I wouldn't have the job, even though I already had the job. How stupid is that? So think about this. How can we do this for ourselves? How can we resist pleasure and resist pain? And it really comes by allowing yourself to be free. Okay. And freedom comes through astrology. Astrology is an amazing tool to learn yourself. I've learned myself not through the stereotypes of astrology, but through the actual practical astrology. A lot of you are already here with me today, not because I'm a better astrologer, but because I feel personally I'm a more practical astrologer. I'm not going to look at you and call a Scorpio mysterious. I'm not going to say Geminis are two-faced. I'm not going to say Aries are impulsive. That's not what I'm here to do, because that's stereotyping, and that's what's slowing you down from learning yourself, from learning astrology, from learning people, because not everyone is like that. Because why? There's different aspects, houses, degrees on every single body. And that's not going to, and no Aries can be the same, even twins. When I worked with my mentor, Linda Zlotnick in St. Paul, she's been doing astrology for 42 years. And when I first worked with her, she made sure to teach me this, because she was a teacher herself. So when I worked with her 4 years ago for the first time, she really broke this down into the elements and the qualities, which is what we're going to go into today. And that's going to help you understand your chart. Life isn't complicated. People make life complicated. Honestly, it's always the case, almost always. And there's 8.8 billion of us fuckers. So that's even worse, because now everyone's thinking they know what's true, and no one knows what's true until you take the time to know what's true for you. Until you take the time to learn what's true for you, none of it really matters. All right. So the affirmations for today: what should you do for 11/11? Doom, 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 doom. One by one. I am able to resist pleasure easily. Excuse my typo if you want to, or if you're Virgo placement, criticize me. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. So I am able to resist pleasure easily when it comes to my goals. All right. Number 2, I create and effortlessly attract pleasurable situations. In what context? Up to you, sweetheart. What is pleasurable to you? What makes you feel good? What makes you smile? If you don't know, record yourself for a full day and you'll see what makes you smile eventually. Right? That's what I do. That's why I make so many fucking TikToks. Literally. Next, freedom is a state of mind. I find myself visiting more and more often throughout my life. These are your affirmations for 11/11. 11. Or no, wait, 21. 11/11/20. Yeah, you get it. Try these out. I like these. I've used different versions of them throughout the year. I affirm myself daily. I'm actually very shy, but I affirm myself a lot. So I train my voice. I train my second house, the throat chakra, Taurus. My second house is empty. I don't have any planets in Taurus, but I use my Taurus placements. And I also have a Taurus cat. He's right here, licking up the water that I just spilled, because that's my man the whole time. It's a homie. All right. Anyone have any questions so far? Have I lost you?
Not yet.
But cool. Let's continue. So, who have I worked with on TikTok? TikTok is, for me, it spells the end of time, but that's a whole other conversation. Metaverse, think about that. Facebook, you can buy digital real estate now, cryptocurrency, everything's digitized, right? The world's moving fast. If you're not planning for that, I want to ask you and encourage you to do so. The world's moving very quickly. Everything's going online. When I was 13, I was selling RuneScape accounts for like hundreds of dollars, and my mom was confused at how I had like $500 in my bank account at like 13, 14. She's like, what's happening here? And I was like, fucking grinding. What do you mean? I'm fucking grinding at home on the computer while you go to work so I can pay for shit. Because we grew up poor. My mom came from West Africa. 3 days later, I was born here on my Jupiter line in Minnesota. She's a Sagittarius. I have a Sagittarius moon. Moon represents mother. Write that down if you didn't, or if you don't know. Mom represents mom. Moon represents mom. Moon represents moon. Okay? Your relationship to your mom is going to be seen in your moon. That is in Vedic, sidereal, and tropical astrology. Someone asked earlier, what's the difference? Tropical astrology is based on us being on Earth. Vedic astrology is the same thing, but the difference is the way they conceptualize Earth is more of a vehicle, and Earth is more so moving moving in the rotation, but it's seen as that too. So there's also another layer to that idea, which is in each zodiac sign, there's 3 different segments inside of each zodiac sign. So write that down. Don't just look at me. Each segment of zodiac has 3 segments. Find out which one belongs to you, and you'll find out which one's the true you. In tropical astrology, this is also known as decans, Decans. There's 3 decans per zodiac sign. So for me, I am a Revati Pisces, which is like they call it like the guru of Pisces. Don't ever fucking call me a guru. But it really just has to do with what type of Pisces I am. So my Venus is also there, so it's exalted. So that's why spirituality for me seems normal, but to anyone outside of me seems like, oh, that dude's spiritual. I don't consider myself spiritual. I just like spiritual shit, which again is translating to you. Oh, that dude's spiritual. And here I am holding a fucking class, right? Whole time, crazy. But once I read this and accepted it, this is how I was able to not only help myself, but also help other people around me, right? Which is ultimately what a lot of us are trying to accomplish. The only reason why, what's the dude's name? Bald head, alien looking dude. He's
Bashar?
No, richer.
Wait, are you talking about Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, Capricorn stellium, right? Dude's a Capricorn stellium. He looks like a sea goat, right? He looks like a Capricorn, right? The only reason why we hate him is because he's a Capricorn. He's gonna outwork us anyways. Why? Because he's a Capricorn. They're practical as fuck. He was in an office for 30 years by himself to build Amazon. He learned how to give all of us what we want in the snap of a fucking finger, and now the world's mad at him. Isn't that so fucking sad? He figured out how to help. He figured out how to help us all, and we are mad because he won't do what we want him to. How entitled is the world, right? Isn't that great? What a great story. All right, I'm that teacher who like randomly starts talking about other shit. So some friends I've helped on TikTok: Voodoo Priest Man, Jasmine, Maxine, Mystic Esther. I've worked with all these people, just giving them small tips and tricks on TikTok. This was at the beginning of the year when I first started my account, when I first hit like 100, 200K. My friends were like, whoa, dude, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't fucking know. And it was great. It really came down to giving people answers to their questions. That's what I do. I'm a Pisces sun, Sag moon. That's what I'm really good at is, oh, you have a question? Let me go and get the answer for you. A lot of people who are, in my comment section, what does this mean? How does this work? Da, 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 da. I'm about to tell you. Also, Google it, please. Buy books, buy resources. The more money you pour in, the better. I have a whole bookshelf over here of like 200 books. Half of them are on astrology, swear to God. The other half are just simply on spiritual stuff. The rest of them are pretty much on money. Okay, that should tell you why sunny motherfucking money makes sense. Okay, I live my truth and I also breathe that motherfucker, and I buy, $10 books. Sometimes the books are $40, whatever. It's $40. What is it going to do for me? Probably give me more than $40. Why? Because this person's dead and they wrote something for me to read, which means that it's going to be valuable in my life. And if you have Audible, that shit costs like $4. Come on. I'm just here to be practical with you. I'm here to entice you. If you feel triggered by me, you're welcome. I love you. If you need to leave, come back, please. All right. Lastly, let's hop into the chart actually. So TikTok, in regards to TikTok, I'll go over that more at the end. We're going to talk about how to actually make TikToks that go viral. I'm working right now on a backup account. If anyone wants to race me to 10K, please do. I would love to compete. That might give me some more passion. But let's talk about houses in astrology. A lot of you asked me, what does the houses mean? I want to tell you the houses, the zodiacs, and the degrees all align. So I am the first house, typically known as Aries house, rules your appearance, your outward personality. So if you have an Aries first house like me, my appearance and my outward personality is showing up pretty loud, I would say. Now, remember, I'm a Pisces. I'm actually very shy, but my appearance and my personality on the outside is not. So people sometimes say, oh, you're lying. And I'm like, no, you're not accepting my truth. And that's okay. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, next. If you have 1 degree anywhere in your chart, 1 degree talks about the Aries degree. So if you have anything at 1 degree, that's also going to affect your appearance and outward personality. Go ahead and type 111 if this is making sense so far. I want to make it so simple that you can't miss it, right? And this is also the goal in the Patreon. Holy shit. This is also the goal in the Patreon. So I didn't want you to see Balma yet, or whatever. So second house. Who has second house placement? Unmute yourself. What's in your second house? Because I know a lot of
Huh?
I can't hear all of you at the same time. Someone say it.
Libra.
Libra?
Yeah.
Cool. Chiron.
Cool.
Chiron, yeah, Libra.
Beautiful.
I got
Aquarius.
Taurus.
I have
Beautiful.
Pluto.
Amazing.
Jupiter.
Amazing. Incredible.
I have a second house stellium.
Beautiful. So
I have Aquarius, Uranus, and
I'm going to mute
Neptune.
everyone now. Thank you for your love. Appreciate everyone's answer. So anything in your second house is how you make money. The reason why I went to sunny motherfucking money is because In my second house is Taurus. Taurus is a earth sign. Write this down. Earth signs make money by manifesting. A lot of you aren't manifesting correctly, and I'm going to show you why. The reason why you're not manifesting correctly is because you don't have a plan. If you don't have a plan, how are you going to make 100 G's? How are you going to become the first millionaire in your family? How are you going to get over your childhood trauma? You need a fucking plan, bro. Straight up. I'm going to cut through the bullshit. I don't want to fucking lie to you. You need a plan. You can't just burn some fucking leaves, burn a candle, put some cinnamon on your door. You need a fucking plan, okay? You really do. And I'm gonna give you one. I'm excited to give it to you, on God, honestly. I'm gonna give you a plan on how to make a plan for yourself at the end of this so that you can do that every single time, okay? Life's not hard unless you make it hard, I swear. Once I got over that, when I was homeless, the second time I was like, bro, you're actually making this difficult. I was making videos on Instagram every single day, hoping people would follow me, hoping people would buy readings. No one fucking bought readings. They just watched me. It was horrible. I was eating ramen every day. The ramen was good. Not gonna lie. The ramen was bomb. That was probably the most exciting part of being homeless. But I didn't have a plan until I made one. The moment I had one, like literally 3 weeks later, I had this fucking apartment. I got on TikTok and shit just started going right. Okay. Anything in your second house, planetary wise, stellium, you have nothing. Like me, I have nothing in my second house, but I still use it. Whatever's in your second house is your money, your possessions, your values, your skills. What are your skills? The things that you like doing that you are good at. What is that? Anything you've done. What are your values? What do values mean? It's things that you will and won't do. What are your possessions? Anything that is within your personal possessions that you can say, oh yeah, I worked for that, or someone gave that to me, or whatever. What is money? It's sunny, baby. It's your energy. It's your light. Money only comes to you the more you give. If you don't give anything, you will get less. If you think working a better job will give you more money, you're wrong. Oprah Winfrey, who's an Aquarius, by the way, Earth, air signs, write this down. If you're an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or if you have it anywhere in your chart, or if you have it in your second house even, the way you make money, like Oprah did, is by sharing and communicating. You have to talk. Oh, you're shy? Well, great. Figure it out. How? Accept your resistance towards talking. Accept your resistance towards, oh, no one cares about what I have to say. Accept that. Accept it.
You just called me out, and thank you so much for that.
You're going to get more. Just wait. There's more. Accept the resistance. That's the biggest thing to healing. A lot of people try to bulldoze through their trauma. Stop doing that. It's unhealthy. It's weird. You can't bulldoze anything. When I first started my spiritual journey, I even tried to like kill off parts of myself. It went terribly. I was sleeping with fucking everyone that liked me. It was terrible. I was collecting pieces of myself from other people. It was awful. I do not recommend it at all. Just accept the resistance that you have for yourself, with yourself, about yourself, from other people. Accept it and then use it, okay? Other places to get money, sixth house. So first house is important because why? Your partner, person who likes you, wants to crush on you, probably likes your appearance and likes your personality, I hope. Sixth house has to do with money also. Why? Because work, health, service, and self-improvement. A lot of you, myself included, I struggle sometimes to exercise and work out. These last few weeks in Scorpio season, I have been sweating every single day. I can tell you it has massive improvements on my mental health. Why? I was almost 250 pounds a few years ago. I lost 100 pounds at first, and then I put it back on in muscle, but I lost weight because I knew that I'm an Aries rising. Aries risings, that fire thing, whatever's on your ascendant line, whatever's here for you on your chart, which if you haven't pulled it up, please God, pull it up. Anything that's on your first ascendant line, on your rising sign line, that is how you need to exercise. And I'll dive into that a little bit at the end also. If you have body goals, fitness goals, whatever, you don't have a lack of motivation, you just don't have a plan. And also you need to be accountable to yourself, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So 6th house shows you how to get accountable to yourself. I personally use a whiteboard, and I have several journals that I write in for different topics and reasons. I use Alexa, I use Siri, I use all of the things in my possession, 2nd house, right? Anything that I have around me, I use it to help myself. Okay. How do I make astrology predictions? I plan them out. I can't hit everyone because not everyone is on my radar, but everyone's on my radar at the same time. So the 6th house is, how do you work? What does your health routine look like? You know, what service do you do for the world? If you don't do a service for the world, it's going to be hard for you to be a business owner. If your account's private, but you want to have a better life and you need people to trust you, if you need to date online or whatever, you're going to have a very challenging time if you're not giving people yourself. If you're an artist and you want to be a better artist, if you're a musician or whatever, even me, I had this resistance for a while. I was like, I would make a song and then I'd get mad that no one listened to it. Who the fuck am I? You have to share your music. You have to make it a service. You have to give it to people. If you're a tarot reader, astrologer, anything, you have to give stuff to people. If you want to be an influencer, a model, anything, you have to give people looks. You have to give people energy. You have to give them time. When I first started my TikTok account, I was on live for like 12 hours out the night. Some of you remember, for those of you who've been with me long enough, I would be there I would even fall asleep on live. People would DM me on Insta, be like, bro, are you sleeping? Yeah, bro, you hear me sleeping. Like, why are you asking if I'm sleeping, right? And that's because I'm a workaholic, if you can't tell. I was so deep in my self-improvement and my work and my health that I would just stay on TikTok. Like, I was just living and breathing on that motherfucker. Like, why? Because I wanted to work. I had to make it work because I didn't want to work a job anymore. Okay. 10th house is your career status. Do you want to be a CEO? Do you want to be a manager? Do you want to be an actor or actress? Do you want to be a famous artist? Do you want to be an underground artist? Do you want to make 200,000 a year? Do you want to make 10 million? How do we get to that career and that status? You need to pick. Your chart won't tell you anything but how. You need to pick. Go ahead and type in the chat. What do you want to be? What do you want to achieve in this lifetime? One of the things I'd like to do is buy a planet. I think that'd be fucking dope. How much will it cost? I don't know, but I already made a plan for it. And if you don't know what you want, look at what you look at other people doing, because that's what you want secretly. You just haven't admitted it to yourself. So I'm here to expose it for you. I have a Pluto in Scorpio. I expose people's bullshit much faster than they like. And I love it because I get to do it for myself too. Type in the chat, what do you want out of your career? You have to pick. When I was a little boy, I wanted to be a firefighter, an astronaut, and I wanted a house. That was it. And now I'm an astrologer. I put out fires with my mind, talking about stars. It still ended up happening, just not exactly how I thought it would. How do I know? Because I wrote the books when I was a little boy in school. That's the easiest way to figure out what your dreams are. is to look back at your childhood. Perfect. So this is what I want you to focus on, are these, what will your reputation look like? Will people love you? Will they hate you? Will you be the good guy and the bad guy, or just the bad guy? What do you want? How do you take up time? How do you take up space? And all of these other houses are important too. So again, your sun sign, moon sign can be anywhere in your chart, wherever it is in these spaces, that's where it's going to be accentuated. Now, a lot of you will ask me, is this good? Is this bad? There's no such fucking thing. I'm going to address it now. Do not ask me later. Sun, is this placement good or bad? That's not what it's about. And I know there's this person named that astrology guy. I believe I've heard of him saying that before. That I agree. If you understand the placement of, Virgo being in Mars, technically some astrologers would call it in detriment for their own reasons. True. But there's so many things to support that planet more than likely. Otherwise, you wouldn't be alive. You wouldn't be breathing. Okay, if that thing was so bad, you wouldn't be alive, straight up. So once you learn how to use your strengths and weaknesses, this is going to help you understand how to create opportunities. Okay. So let's move forward. So master all 12 zodiacs in your chart to be well-rounded. How many zodiacs do you have in your chart? Undo your mic. Let's hear it.
12.
6.
12.
12.
Who
12.
Who said 6?
I did.
Bye. Just leave.
She was not in the last class.
Feel free to go. Talking that crazy talk. Master all 12 zodiacs in your natal chart to be well-rounded. You have 12 zodiac signs in your chart, which means you can use all 12 zodiac signs in your chart. You don't need a planet there. I'm yelling at you. Enjoy. I love you enough to tell you this. Everyone has all 12 zodiacs in their chart. Use all 12 zodiacs in your chart. Someone's going to be like, no, I hate Scorpio. Shut up. You don't hate anybody. You just don't like what that person did to you, and that has nothing to do with Scorpio. Forgive them, move on and heal, or complain for the rest of your life and be miserable. I won't choose for you. Facts, bro.
Facts.
I love you. Again, this is my Aries Venus coming out. I swear to God, I can't help it. It's so bad.
I appreciate it though. It takes like a true personality to just be straightforward. Like very few people do that in life, So it's really, thank you.
And another thing that you told me, do not apologize. Do not apologize for being yourself. Don't apologize.
I'm not trying to apologize. I'm trying to lessen the blow.
I mean, but fire energy is intense. They don't half-ass shit. So that Venus is strong. You put your mind, body, and soul in it.
It's at 1 degree in the first
house.
Yeah.
Oh.
My mom is an Aries North Node and a Gemini Sun. You can't hurt me.
So how do we use Venus for law of vibration? I made a video a while ago about using law of attraction for your Venus sign. I didn't say a few things. The things I didn't say are more important. I've been waiting until this class to say this because it's a very special time for me. Transit-wise, astrologically is a very good time for me, and I'm very excited to share this with you. I'm going to be showing my real self and my real studies more. And yeah, just being more expressive. So law of vibration, what is it? At a microscopic level, blah, 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 blah. How do you change your vibration? That's really what we're getting down to here. A lot of you ask me, is this low vibe? or I don't want, like, people will like ask me, is this high vibe, low vibe, da 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 da. There's no such thing. It's all about where do you need to be at in that moment. So if you're at a party and people are doing drugs and you're feeling like it's low vibe, it probably is. And that's your intuition, bro. If you're around, what is sound bathing? Perfect question. You're so smart. Boom. So, how does Sunny motherfucking money get money? I sound bathe myself, bro. I cleanse my fucking chakras. I do yoga from time to time. But sound is probably the fastest, easiest way. I bought this thing for like 30 bucks. I bought a bigger bowl for like 60. They're as expensive as $400 a bowl. You know, obviously the more you spend, the higher quality, not gonna lie. On Amazon or where? On Amazon! You found that on Amazon! Yeah, you can find it on Amazon. I think you can find body parts on Amazon at this point. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what Jeff's doing anymore. But my point is, yes, sound bowls, yoga, chakra work. Any of these things are going to help you activate your second house. That second house is what we talked about earlier. So second house, again, how do you make money? Your second house. If it's Taurus or Libra, it's exalted. You don't need to have planets there. If you have planets there, those planets are going to affect that, okay? It's not a good or bad thing. Having something in the second house or not isn't a good or bad thing. It just adds more context. It's like when you're cooking food and let's just say you make fries and then a normal person, I'm just kidding, I don't know what normal is. A normal person, average person would get like ketchup and mustard. If you want to go extra, someone would be like, oh no, I need ranch. Oh no, I need barbecue sauce. Oh no, I need honey mustard. And then, you know, if you want to take it to another level, you start adding in degrees, you start adding in aspects. Now you're adding in Dijon, you're adding in paprika, you're adding in cinnamon to your sauces. Bro, we're just eating fries. Goddamn. Right? That's astrology. There's different flavors of everything. The deeper you go. Anyone have any questions about how to activate your second house?
I have a question. When you said if you have Libra, that means it's exalted. What did you mean by that?
Easier.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
So
Yep.
I have that Taurus and it has nothing. It's easier.
Yep.
Oh.
I have
And I've
Taurus.
got, sorry, go on.
What was that?
I'm going to let the other person go first.
Uh-huh. I gotta, yeah, we gotta speed along. What's the question?
Okay. Sorry, I've got my second house is in Taurus, but I've got Jupiter in there as well. So how do I use Jupiter in my second house, please?
We're getting there. Why is everyone so impatient? I thought I was the Aries here. This is crazy. I made a whole presentation. Do y'all not trust me?
Okay. Yeah.
I have a question. So
Oh,
my second
God.
house. Oh wait. My second house is in Scorpio.
We'll get there. Promise. So, does anyone have any questions on how to use the law of vibration? Because that's what I'm asking you. I didn't ask you to ask me a question. I asked you if you're understanding what I'm saying so far, so we can go to the next step.
Law of vibration, just like raise your frequency all the time.
Please.
And then you'll attract.
Yes. So
Yeah, peace.
journaling, all this shit's good, but you actually have to raise your vibe too. And these three things together are amazing. Separate, good. Zero, you're fucking struggling probably, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Could you explain the chakra work?
Chakra work could be cord cutting, meditation, setting stones on yourself, using your body as a grid. So putting things on your actual third eye, your crown. I wear a crown sometimes. You've seen it, I'm sure, maybe at some point. I'll wear a crown on my crown chakra and on my third eye. So boom, boom, too. I'll wear special jewelry that has stones on it. Boom, like all kinds of stuff. I'll wear, I have green amethyst on my hand. I have jade from a Libra from years ago. Like I just always have stones, crystals, chakra work, sound bathing, yoga, whatever that looks like for you. Have fun with it.
Is it okay if I add something to someone who asked about chakra? Who
Sure.
was it? Sorry. For chakra healing, there's a chakra healing like class that you can join on Mondays if anyone's interested. It's literally free. You go in, and when you're the first one, like there, like your first time trying it, people will do chakra healing on you, like virtually, and feel your energies, and they'll tell you like which chakra you need to heal. If you're interested, I can send you that link, just letting you know.
Yes, please. Thank you.
That
Could
was
Yeah,
you
no
such a
put the link
plug.
into the chat?
That's
For
a
Yeah,
anyone else,
absolutely.
just in case.
Type it in the chat.
Thank
That's such
you.
a plug. I'm actually insulted.
Okay,
I love
perfect.
it though. No, I love it.
All love.
I was
No,
just about to
I'll-
say that like
I had a
YouTube, there's like
question.
a set of meditations and affirmations that you can do. That's what I do, like on a very basic level. But
we should all go to that class. I'm interested personally
Honestly,
now.
yes. Why not? Why not? If
Cool.
they're so loving and kind. It's
Right.
a lot of older people, but it's kind of cool to see that.
Cool. We got little time. I love older people because they are filled with wisdom and peace most times. So let's hop into Jupiter. Jupiter. So again, let's go back a step. Where can you use the law of vibration? Taurus and Libra. This is going to get you money and love. If you're looking for love, if you're looking for money, write in your journal what you want out of love, what you want out of money, and then do these actions and you're going to align with it a lot faster. You ever see one of those really lame ass videos of someone doing a vlog? They wake up and write in their journal and then they do yoga and then they drink water and you're like, you're so stupid, but your life looks amazing. Anyone ever, is it just me?
no, it is a good practice. Like I'm kind of mad that I don't keep up with it anymore.
Yeah. So I'm not, okay, I thought it was just me. But yeah, those people.
I mean, that's my daily routine.
I turn into a hater. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, did you even sleep? Your mattress looks extra like white, bro. Like, do you sweat, King? Like, what is this? Anyways, that's the end of my jealousy. Point is, Taurus and Libra in your chart is where your life is going to be the most beautiful. So like I said, I went from like rags to like, I'm not fucking rich, but we're almost there. It'll take not that long. I don't know how long. I won't tell you my plans ever. But point is, Libra, Taurus is going to show you your money. Okay. What energies are in there is going to affect that. What aspects to other planets are in there is going to affect that. I can't sit here and tell you all of your charts. There's 100 some people, almost 100 people in here. I'm not going to do that. Let's be realistic. Okay. You can go and Google your planet in your second house. Okay. Do that. You have the opportunity. Don't hesitate. I'm not here to hold your hand through everything. I'm already holding your hand. Okay. 9th house and 12th house is Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter and Sagittarius is going to be the law of relativity, how you relate to other people. Jupiter people, Sagittarius and Pisces people, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, they're very good at relating to others. Why? Because that's what they do. They're both ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter has to do with your knowledge, your higher mind, and all of these other things. If you go join my Patreon, I have a breakdown of all of this for you already. There's hours and hours of videos. It's $9.99 a month, okay? It really won't take you that long to watch the videos, and I go in order. Someone said, sign me up. I'll put the link in at the very end here. Let's focus on getting this knowledge in your head. So the law of relativity is how you compare yourself to the things in this world. It's the law of relativity is when you compare yourself to others, or when you see another person doing something and you say, oh, I can't do that, or oh, you do it so much better than I do, or I don't know as much about astrology as you do. That's you trying to be relative, but what you're really doing is you're affecting your own perception, okay? So what you should do is appreciate, have gratitude. When I was in science class in high school, I would sit next to the smartest kid in class. I would buy bro extra cookies. I was like, bro, I appreciate you. Why? Because you are keeping my A+ a A+, king. I gotta give this man cookies. He was like, why is this guy so nice to me? I've been cheating off your paper all semester, boy. I love you. You my dog. You need extra cake, King? I got you. You're keeping me on the football team, King. What do you need? Because I'm gonna give it to you. All right? Appreciate what we have without needing to compare it to something else. I still remember his name, Seng Young Ha. Every few years, I go look at him on Facebook. I'm like, this guy got me through math, science, chemistry, bro. At one point, he had to tell me, he was like, bro, stop buying me food. Because I was just, bro, whatever you need. All right. That's how we use the law of relativity. All right. That's how I use my Jupiter placement. I have a Jupiter in Libra. So anyone who's in my life, if you're in my life and you're helping me, I'm going to spoil you. Because Jupiter likes to expand and make abundance. Also, if you're using your Jupiter energy too much, you gain weight. It's happened to me. I have a Jupiter Libra. If I'm around my friends too much and we eat too much, go out to eat too much, do shit like that, I gain weight, too much weight, whatever. All right, 12th house in your chart. The 12th house has to do with the law of gender. The two fish, the reason why they're two fish is because one's male, one's female, masculine, feminine, all right? The masculine and feminine side of your chart, whatever's in your 12th house, this also applies to your 12th house. All right, so that whatever in your 12th, so if you're a 12th house sun, moon, you have this duality added to your 12th house, okay? You need to learn how to balance out your masculine, divine, feminine, all right? So what do I do personally? I talk about astrology and I teach astrology. It's a very feminine magic, okay? Astrology is magic. A lot of people say they don't understand it. Again, you're lying. You're not taking the proper amount of time to study the subject. If you were studying astrology as hard as you go for your college course, for your high school courses, you'd be right here with me, okay? Very honest with you. If you put the time in, you will get the results. There's no cheat codes. The only cheat code is to put in the time and the work. I'm very practical. I'm sorry. I wish I could lie to you. I wish I could be like these other astrologers and tell you the one book that's going to teach you all of it. There's no fucking one book. Even if you get the astrology book that you'll ever need, that's a sales marketing tactic to make sure that you buy that book, okay? There's a lot of things missing. Boom. How astrology comes together. How do I read my chart? The Zodiacs do not have personalities. I'm not here to give you a personality disorder and tell you that you're toxic. Okay, that's not my job. If you want to do that for yourself, please do. I don't recommend it because I care about you. I respect you. I haven't even fucking met you. So how am I going to tell you that you're toxic? You know, how am I going to tell you that you're shady? How am I going to tell you that you're a liar? How am I going to tell you that you're irresponsible? How am I going to tell you that you're flitty in relationships when I don't know you? Doesn't seem very fair, does it? Go ahead and type 999 in the chat if you're hearing me. Sexy. Someone said one-on-one, you can leave. You can go, funny, since you're so funny. Ha ha ha, all your friends are laughing. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna kick you out myself. Hold on. I'm not playing with you. What is this? Goofy? All right. Anyways, now that I kicked them out, no, I'm just kidding. I didn't kick anyone out. Air signs in astrology are Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Wherever you have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, if you have planets in Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, if you have 7th house planets, 11th house, 3rd house planets, you need to create conversation. Someone's going to be like, what if I have a 12th house Libra? I'm looking at one right now. What if I have a 12th house Libra? You need to create conversations with people. What if I have a 4th house Gemini? You need to create conversations with people. What if my Neptune's in? You need to create conversations. That's what it means. Now the planet's going to give you more context, but focus on this part because you're still here. If you weren't here, I wouldn't be telling you this. You're here. So let's focus on this part. You need to create conversations. If you have water sign heavy placements, you need to express emotionally. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 4th house, 8th house, 12th house. If you have a lot of fire sign placements, or if you don't have any at all, you still have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in your chart, which means you need to encourage people, okay? If you have earth sign placements, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, 10th house, 2nd house, 6th house, that is where you need to plan and execute through your chart. Someone will be like, but I don't have any Capricorn placements. You still need to plan and execute your life because you still have Taurus and Virgo houses. If you're struggling in school, if you're struggling in life, if you hate your job, if you hate your spouse, if you hate your life, I'm sorry, I love you. It's going to get better, but we do need to plan for that better. If you're not the author of your own life, who's going to be? Joe Biden? He's a Scorpio. I don't like it. He's too mysterious.
I'm leaving now.
He's too mysterious. Not Joe. Kamala. She a Libra. Where is she? I haven't seen her since before the election. Where did she go? Has she even shown up to any of the meetings? Because I haven't seen her.
She just warped to a new universe.
Literally. Like, oh. She's a Libra. She's probably out shopping. LOL. What? Who said that? Yo, who said that? I need to mute the chat. Hold on. Y'all are crazy. All right. I muted everybody. We're back. All right. Anyways, jokes aside, is this confusing to anyone? Because this is the most simple breakdown of astrology. I promise you, you write this down, you look at your chart, you say it out loud in your head 5 times, you will understand your chart. If you still don't, come back to me, I'll give you your money back. You didn't pay anything, so you will have to owe me basically, because you just have to read this, okay?
I just have a quick question. I'm sorry. So for each of these placements, no matter like where that sign is in my chart, like I have to apply what you're saying to each individual sign, no matter where it is.
This isn't what I'm saying. I'm just conveying the information out of the hundreds of books that I've not only read through, piled through, people have shared with me. The reason you are
our perception.
The reason you are possibly struggling learning astrology is because you have attached stereotypes to your placements. I've heard so many people tell me, oh, I have Virgo placements here. I'm fucked. I have Scorpio placements. Am I just supposed to have sex with everybody? Oh, I have a Capricorn this, so I don't express my emotions. Shut the fuck up. I don't like that. That doesn't sound like astrology to me, bro. This is a mystic art. This is an ancient tool. Don't disrespect the shit. It's fucking weird. And a lot of astrologers that you may or may not follow do this. And they're gaslighting you. That's why I make this class free, because you are being gaslit. I'm here to wake you the fuck up so that you can actually learn your chart and get on with your life and have fun and die happy.
I have a question.
I bet you do. I bet you all have questions. I bet you all have fucking questions.
Go ahead, let her go first.
Well, my question's just about the chart that you have listed right here.
I made this. Do you love it?
Oh, are you talking to me? I'm like, am I am
Yeah.
I being heard?
I said, yeah,
Okay.
I made this chart. Do you love it?
Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
With the water signs and the expressive emotionally,
Yeah.
does that mean art, like creating art?
Exactly. Art. I have, yes, the way I use it is by making a shit ton of videos. I have tons of ADHD, PTSD, That's where all my videos stem from. I'm like, what zodiac sign do I want to talk about today? What zodiac sign's in the sky today? What's going on with me today? Express myself, express myself, express myself. Why? Because I don't want to put that on my friends, my family, nobody. I don't want to keep it in my body, because that's where fucking depression comes from. That's where anxiety comes from, when you don't express yourself. That's why. It's because you're not letting it out. So making tons of videos, tons of art, painting, singing, whatever the fuck you do it hard, because that will get that feeling out, and this will help you express these water sign placements, which will help you attract money, attract your lover, attract whatever the fuck you're trying to manifest. Why? Because you're in that vibration of expressing. If you're expressing yourself to the world, now the world's gonna express itself to you.
It's a reflection.
Okay, I got a question.
What's poppin', sweets?
Okay, so I'm trying to get some overstanding, because I'm like a total baby in the astrology. So
I don't breastfeed.
You have to, so you have the 12 houses and the zodiac signs on the outside. So basically that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at, because I have Cancer. They have 2 Cancer signs in my 2nd and 3rd house, but there's no planets in there. So when y'all speaking in astrology,
so that's called I got you. It's called intercepted. It's not a good or a bad thing. It just means it's being separated for a point. The point typically has to do with another line in your chart on the opposite end in Capricorn. It's not a good or a bad thing. It doesn't really mean a whole lot. We're not there in astrology. I'm not going to explain it outside of what I just told you. But if you have double houses like that, it's an interception. Don't think about it too hard. It's still one house. It just looks like 2. What you really want to take from it is that there's 2 sides of that for you. So what do I mean? There's that that masculine feminine side is kind of how I would approach it for you, just in the meantime, for the sake of understanding. So what do I mean masculine feminine? Being open to receive and being open to give and nurture. That's it. Uncomplicated.
Okay. And reading that, it would be, I have Cancer in my 2nd and 3rd house.
No, you have Cancer is over your 2nd and 3rd house, but it's an intercept. So your 2nd house. So what is number 2? Someone help. What is 2?
Possessions, money.
Perfect. Exactly. Which would mean you have to be consistent and plan and execute, not only in your 2nd house, but also in your 3rd house. If you were to have a Taurus 2nd house, but because you have Cancer there, it means that you need to express yourself and lead in your money and in your communication with people in your life. You need to be the one to start the emotional conversations. You need to be the one to say, hey, I have this boundary. You can't talk to me like that. You need to be the one to say, hey, let's go take a bath. I really want to take a bath with you right now because I care about you. What? Anyways.
Perfect.
Could you do another example? Because I didn't fully understand.
You just want me to talk about you. I'm not stupid.
I love her.
I love her voice too, the whole time.
I'm just kind of confused on how to apply it onto your chart.
Got you. 1 second. Let me go back. All right. So someone random who hasn't talked yet.
Yay.
So tell me what's in your 6th house.
My 6th house?
6, yeah.
All right, give me a second. It's pulled up on my phone. It's
Thank you.
Pisces.
Pisces?
Yeah.
So the way I made this chart, I'm gonna mute everyone because someone's watching a movie, I guess. Anyways. Sixth house Virgo, or excuse me, sixth house Pisces, you just take this Pisces, express and emote, and be adaptable into the sixth house. So you would also plan and execute. So if you wanted to execute on, for example, making a piece of art for someone, and it's a commission, and you want to sell your art as a commission art for someone to use for their business or for their brand or for themselves, for their home, whatever. All you got to do is tell them, I got you, and then plan, finish it, and sell the motherfucker. It's not hard. Like, it's not hard. That's how we would apply it. How would you do this in a relationship? Sixth house can also apply to relationships. Why? Because work can sometimes affect our relationships. Okay. Same thing. You would say, hey, I would like to go on a date, and then boom, plan the date, do the date. Boom. Very uncomplicated.
So if like mine's sixth house in Leo, I'd encourage and then plan it and then execute it.
Literally, bro.
Oh wow.
And then the biggest thing, if it's Leo, someone asked Leo earlier too. Leo, I use my Leo placements to date because Leo's the most romantic, right? Leo's very good at it, like straight up being like, hey, yo, I think you're this and that. Like, they're not even smooth. They just tell you who you are, what they like about you, and then they boom, And wherever you have Leo in your chart, wherever you have it in your chart, is how you are romantic towards other people. A lot of people will be like, oh, I'm not a romantic. You've never explored that for yourself, is what you just said. Because there's so many ways I'm being romantic. All right, we're gonna move forward. So Astrology Simplified. This is it. I would screenshot this. We actually just went through all of this. So screenshot this now, screen record it, take a picture, whatever. I have to get to the next class. I love you all so much. Join my Patreon, hop on the YouTube. If any of you would like a reading or coaching from me, if you have any questions, hit me up. I'm super fucking busy. I'm sorry. I just am. So thank you for all your donations.
Did you fix the time for the thing, the November thing? Because it wasn't...
I didn't. I think I'm just gonna do this class again.
Okay.
Because it fit in the same thing. So if anyone have any questions, cool. I don't consider myself the best astrologer on the app, but I'm the best astrologer on the app in my head. So that's all that matters.
Yes, you hella A. I liked it. It was like healing, And like,
Thank you for everything.
Did she put the link in there about the chakras?
Oh yeah, I put that.
And then also, again, the Patreon, it doesn't get billed until the 1st. So again, you have like 20 some days. It is a community in there. I'm really trying to build up the Patreon. So I'm gonna put the link in there for you real quick. Can
I ask you a question? Like really quickly. Really quickly.
You just did. I'm sorry.
Y'all is too stupid. Yes, let her speak.
Like it's just really quickly. Like just really quick.
All questions are really quick. I am gonna set a boundary.
Okay.
Because I do have to get to my other class.
Okay.
Well, I'm already 8 minutes behind, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
DM me, email me. You know how to reach me, I think.
Okay, that's true.
Right? Also, if it's a real personal question, book me. Don't take up my time. Don't take up my energy.
Okay.
Respect me, please, God. Also, utilize Google because it's your best friend. I will help you over on Patreon. I do answer all messages over there. It's $9 a month. If that's
Sonny,
out
can
of...
you just put that up? Your Patreon, can you put that up so I can click the link straight away and get
Oh
on?
yeah. Yeah, I just typed it in. It's Sunny Motherfucking Money. It looks like a P. Go click the P. There's a YouTube. Go listen to my music too if you want to listen to some vibey music. If you have any questions, thank you for being here. Ask me them later. I have to go.
Thank
I love
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm safe.
Peace. Talk to y'all
Thank you.
soon.
Have a good one.
You as
Love
well.
you. Bye.
Love you all.